What up, what up, what up, everybody? I know y'all sitting out there waiting, like, dang, when he going live? We live right now. What up, y'all? This once again, this New York in your City Live podcast. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. I know notifications. Oh, they going out on time today. I see them going out. I'm so glad they're going on time because y'all know YouTube has been on one with these with everything going out. Y'all know what I mean. You know what it is. But man, we're gonna go ahead and get going, y'all, because my guest is already here. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let's drop this for a minute. My guest is already here, ready to go. I was chopping up with him for a minute, make sure his connection was good. It was good to go. And man, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I couldn't wait to get this brother on because it's somebody that I look up to, I admire, and has given me a lot of motivation to do what I'm doing and to keep bringing out his content. And one of these days, I'm gonna get my dream car. Which, believe it or not, I know some people gonna kill me for this. Yes, it is. It is either a vet or a Hellcat. And I think the Hellcat might be it because I got a chance to drive more than I did the vet, and I fell in love with it. So I think that's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to be a Challenger or a Charger. I don't know yet. I want to go with the Challenger, but then I got to think about the kids riding. So we're going to see how it goes. But I'm going to shout out a few people on here before I get started. What up, Queen B? I see you in the building doing your thing. Y'all make sure y'all abide by the rules. Queen B has put the rules up there. We want to make sure that we keep it clean and we don't get out of hand up in here. So y'all abide by the rules. What up, Rex, man? I see you in the building. Oh, and shout out to my boy Tizzle. Tizzle was in here when I first was setting this up earlier this afternoon. He was like, I'm ready. I'm like, wow, Tizzle was in here early. And when I say early, I mean like 1, 2 o'clock early. He was in here early. Shout out to Rex, man. I see you in the building. I see you. I see you. My man, Demon Durango, I see you in the building. I see you, man. Man, I can't wait till I get to come back to New York, man. Come hang out with you, whatnot. Come chill and whatnot. But make sure you're being safe up there. I know I've been calling a lot of my family up there, making sure they good. I had a chance to talk to one of my cousins today, and hopefully he comes on because I had to tell him about the live and whatnot. He said he did not want to miss it. And shout out to my cousin. I don't know what that person said. Okay, somebody already sent me private messages. But I'll get to that in a minute. But shout out to my cousin CL. He the one that took me to the event, which I'm gonna talk about here in a minute. Once I get the man of the hour on, he was the one that introduced me to Mod2Fame. He the one that introduced me to him, pulled me out before I got a chance to even get off the plane. I literally just landed in LaGuardia. We're gonna talk about that though. We're gonna bring that back. Shout out to Michael Corleone in the building. That's my dude. That's my dude right there. Michael Corleone in the building. In the building. Hello, the wonderful Miss Dr. Donna Walters in the building. I see Dr. Donna Walters. I see you in the building. I know you're being safe out there. I made it all along. I never got a notice. I don't know. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it don't. I don't know. Like right now my comments finally working. I can put them on the screen. I've been clicking them the whole time. I'm just glad you're here. Just so glad you're here. What up, E3? I see you in the building. You're always here on time. Oh my God, look who's in the building. SRT Speed 219. I see you. I see you, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Also, smash that like button while y'all out here. Smash the like button. Smash the like button because we're trying to get the channel to grow because we're celebrating right now. I'm over 500 now. We're grinding to that 1,000. We're grinding to that 1,000 so we can get monetized. Believe it or not, I'm almost at the time limit that I need, as far as watch hours. I'm almost there already. So all I needed to get to that 1,000, we can go and get monetized and get this channel really popping. And yes, I will be doing a giveaway during that time, which I'll talk about close to doing that time. Somebody asked me about doing a giveaway. Yes, I will be doing a giveaway. And also welcome Mr. Jim to the building. I see he's new here. Y'all show him some love. All my people that's been in here for the longest time, show him some love. Appreciate you coming through. And also my guest from last night is in here. I see you, Miss LXX in the building. I see you. I see you. Thanks for coming through. Wow, there's a lot of people coming in. I'm going to have to zoom through these real quick. King the Boy, I see you in the building. I appreciate you coming through. There goes my boy Tizzle. I see you. Fast man, I see you. I see you. He said, yo, what up, Pete? What up, Pete? I see you. I see you. Yes, I see you in the building. Oh, somebody else. Hold up. This is what I love. I love when the ladies come in the building. How you doing, Miss Lady? How you doing? Welcome to the building. Thank you for coming through. Smash the like button. Y'all, my regulars that's in here, y'all please show her some love because we love when the ladies come through, especially when they know about cars. We treat them with so much respect. Y'all know I talked about that yesterday when my guest of honor was in the building, where she's in here now, here in the audience as well, chilling. Nova Rucci, I see you. I see you in the building. Appreciate you rolling through. Also, my man, and I'm still trying to get it. Is it Fast Gato TV? That's what I'm thinking it is. But man, I appreciate you for coming on through. Yeah, Hellcat for the win. Yes, the Hellcat for the win. That is definitely for the win. That's kind of on my list right now. What up? Oh my God. I see somebody else in the building. Hammer and Wrench Bills. How you doing? How you doing? I see you. I see you. Let's see who else. Who else? Who else? Who else? Derek Mod2Fame in the building. I see you. Now, I already know I've seen your name before. You will follow Mod2Fame. I appreciate you for coming through, showing some support. But I definitely appreciate you coming through. Smash a like button. Also, come follow your boy, because I have a lot of people on here that have Hellcats and that don't have Hellcats. This is one of the podcasts. I do it for us, period, for us. For us people out here that love cars. So, I like Demon the Ring. I'm glad to see everybody up in the building, but we're not going to keep anything waiting too much longer. My guest is already ready. Man, coming to the stage. I ain't even put my whole thing up there. Yeah, y'all welcome. Welcome to New York City Live Podcast. I'm just so excited today to have my guest on here. So that's why I want to get him on. Y'all coming to the stage. Somebody, like I told you, I admire. Got a lot of respect for. Believe it or not, this dude don't even know it. Love this dude to death because he showed me so much love in my own city. When I came back, I literally got off the plane, went straight to his event out in Westchester, had a great time that Thursday night. And man, I can't wait to go back to New York and have another good time like that again. Because people don't know the New York scene is on fire when it comes to these cars. And this man put on an event, I kid y'all not, it was about 300 cars there. Yes, it was about 300 cars there. And a lot of cars I hadn't seen since I was a kid. I was like, oh my God, I wanted this car, I wanted that car, I wanted this. So man, I'm gonna welcome to the stage the man himself, the legendary Mr. Mod2Fame. What's happening, bro?
Yo, what up? What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? We in here, New York in your city. Literally, because me, New York is New York. You know what I mean? What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Man, first of all, look at that. Demon the Ring already
Lou,
saying.
that's my man Lou right there, man.
Yeah, that's my dude right there. He's actually been, for y'all that don't know, he has been on the show. Y'all can check the replays in the playlist of the podcast. Yeah. Check him out. He has been on the show. But first of all, Mod2Fame, I want to say this much, man. I appreciate you coming through. You may have not known, but I've been watching you since that time I met you. And then when you started YouTube, I was like, yes, I can finally see what I need to see when I don't get to make it home. Because at one point I was going home at least 3-4 times a year. Now I only get to go home maybe once or twice. Because now I got kids now. And but when I do go home, I'm there the whole time hanging out and whatnot. And you know, to see you be able to do what you do and put out New York the way you're doing it, I love it. I'm like, my city's on the map. I mean, it's been on the map, but it's on the map with these cars because people don't know. They think it's Atlanta, think it's LA, think it's Texas. No, y'all don't know. New York has some cars.
That's it, man. That's it. It's a very unique place for cars because it's tight. It's not something you would think. Our roads are horrible. So the majority of the rest of the country would think that where are you going to keep nice cars at, like in New York? But we do what we got to do, man. I mean, me personally, y'all see the videos I make. Y'all see the size of my garage. My garage hold one car. I can hold two in the driveway. And then my cars are spread out. Like they spread out. Like my brother is in here, Derek Mod2Fame.
Okay.
That's my big bro, man. That's my big brother, man. So he be having cars at his house for me, but we do what we got to do, man. It's where I was born and raised. So although it seems crazy, it's normal to me.
And believe it or not, that's how it was for me growing up. Shout out, my brother in the building. He said, man, I watch it even though I'm out here working. Shout out to my brother in the building out in Queens. He said, I'm headed to Brooklyn to go work. He said, doing some overtime. He said, man,
okay, be careful, man. Be careful. That Rona is no joke right now. That Rona is no joke.
And he knows it well. He said, yeah, I got my whole He said he works for the city. He was like, man, they got the whole hazmat suits on and whatnot. He said, I'm out here being safe. He said, I got to pull a couple of buses in that broke down and whatnot. He said, but I'm out here trying to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, I got lit up in my comments on a bunch of my latest videos for being outside during this period in time. A lot of people are like, yo, Steph, just stay home. Just stay home. And you know what? They're right. The thing is, though, my videos, I'm not the person that, I mean, I might be divulging too much, but I'm not the person that films, edits that night, and posts the next day. The videos that you see from me are generally were done a week ago. They were filmed a week ago, then passed along to the editing team to edit. I proof it, make sure it's good, make whatever revisions and changes that we want, and then it's released in a schedule. So yes, you're gonna notice the videos now going forward. You're gonna start to see how serious it becomes with how much protective gear I'm starting to wear and all that kind of stuff, because it's people are dying. New York People are
Yeah.
dying every day. I know people in the medical field, and I'm getting photos and videos of bodies in refrigerators, rooms full of body bags. Yo, I heard stories of something like close to 2,000 people have died in the tri-state area already. So I take it extremely serious, extremely.
Yeah, I was one thing I said that would be hard for me to talk about on here because I have family members that work in the medical field in New York for the
Yeah.
city of New York. I have an aunt that was retired, and I found out Monday they pulled her out of retirement to go to work.
They bringing people from out other states. They doing everything that they can. This is ground zero right now. In the country, New York is ground zero. So, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that not only the density here, but also we were the first to really step up on testing. So we test heavily. So I think that the rest of the country has a false sense of security that it's not where they are, but that's not the case. They just don't have the testing parameters that have been put in place in New York. They are testing people at a crazy rate. The lines for testing are all day long. So I think once that amount of testing starts to hit all the other surrounding states, all the numbers everywhere is going to skyrocket. So this is just the start right here. New York is just the epicenter. It's going to be the blueprint for what to do for the rest of the country. And my prayers are up, man, for all of these people who are either, know somebody that's sick, have family members that's sick, or out of work, or it's really a hard time for a lot of people right now. And, I know that this is a good escape. Podcasts like New York in Your City and videos like what Mod2Fame put up. But trust me, man, we know it's bad out here.
And that it is. And I just couldn't believe they put my aunt on a retirement. And I was like, you've been retired now at least 15, 16 years. They said they reinstated my license. They put me back out there. She said, it's like I never left. She said, but it's so bad out here. It's horrible. She was crying on the phone. She said, I'm fine, but looking at people that I see come in and don't end up leaving. They leave with either a tag on their toe or their mouth. And I'm like,
bro, from what I hear, it's nothing they could do. It's either your body fights through it or it doesn't. Those are the two options that the hospital have. And all they're trying to do is keep people alive long enough to try to fight. You know what I mean? So, if you're in good health, you stand a better chance, obviously, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed right now. So it's I'm not trying to bring this. I'm bringing this whole momentum down. I'm so sorry.
No. This is one of the livest podcasts something to talk about because as you see, it's a lot of people. Shout out to Chris NYC. He up in here. It's a lot of folks in here that are from New York that are not in New York. So they're hearing either talking to their family members or talking to, but you right there on the ground and you're giving us what's going on.
Yes, no, 100%, man. I mean, it's the most eerie thing is the last video that I just put up where I'm in the middle of, I have my Hellcat parked in the middle of Times Square. Like my car was like literally in the lanes on the streets, and it wasn't really a lot of people around. And I'm like, this is like really scary. I'm keeping my energy up for the purpose of the video, but in reality, in my mind, I'm just like, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my. It feels like I Am Legend, the movie, like for real, Yeah,
I saw the video put out, and I was like, I was there after 9/11, and even it was more busier than then. And
it was more busy.
When I saw that, I was like, where you were parked at? That's why I parked at that Sunday. So my wife can get pictures and whatnot. Child Spectator Gadgets in here can see, all of New York. Because on Sunday, you could park there for free. So I'm parked, and I'm looking, and I see, that's the guy from YouTube. It was a guy from YouTube I watch that does all the spray can paint arts and whatnot. So I went over there. I said, I watch you on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. He had his camera and everything, filming all that. And when you was there, I was like, wow, I was just there, and all that traffic, it was busy, even on a Sunday. And for those that don't know, it's usually nonstop traffic through there. And for you to be standing there,
3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, you can ride through Times Square and it's full. No matter what time you go through there.
And I was just, when I was watching the video, most people watch, oh, you having a good time. I'm watching and like, it's real. Because, you know, the news don't show all that, but I'm like, it's real out there. He's out there and nobody's out there. He's able to leave his car parked there. And even when the police came, us, okay, I already know NYPD for the make him move. They didn't even worry about it.
The cops ain't even worried about that. Bro, they all like petty crimes and stuff like that. They like, nah, because they can't have the people interaction. They have to cut down the people interaction. But that's what's going on with Rona in the city, man. And I just wanted to reiterate how serious I am about this, and also what it is that we could potentially do. So as an influencer, I might have the ability to connect with companies that are doing things. So for an example, on Mod2Fame Instagram page, if you look in the highlights, one of the highlights says coronavirus, and only thing that I post in that highlight reel is either jobs, funding resources where you can get money during this time, and stuff like that. That's all I'm putting in there, is just resources for people when they're looking for information. So I have people sending me information and I'm posting it there.
Wow. Somebody just sent me a problem and said, New York, I know your podcast most about cars, but I'm just glad you're saying and talking about it, because I'm here in Brooklyn and I'm still working at the hospital, and it's crazy, and people don't know how crazy it is. It's to the point where we have 4 trucks out there parked, 4 freezer trucks out there parked, and they're already full. I ain't gonna say what they full of. I had to skip part of it, y'all, but they full, and it ain't a meat from the grocery store.
That's right. And the reason why I'm not actually saying the word of the virus is because YouTube has an algorithm that it'll grab this video and then make it like they'll like kind of hide certain things or demonetize it. I know you're not monetized, but it'll get pulled out of the algorithm.
For me. Even though I'm not monetized, it will mute it.
It'll mute it. So that's why I'm saying like Rona instead of the actual thing, because YouTube is crazy. You know what I mean? YouTube is the new Big Brother.
Yeah. And for those that didn't know, that have been on here, I've been calling it the beer flu, because that's the only thing that's been kind of sliding past, and people knew what I was talking about.
Right. 100%.
So y'all, I know y'all be talking about this, but it's something to talk about, because he's right there where everything's happening. When I'm looking at the video, I'm just shaking my head like. And after I had spoke to my aunt too, and my cousin's there, and my other cousin, and then my other cousin that's in Jersey was like, "Yo, they shut down the bridge. I can't even get over there to go get my mother, which is my other cousin. I can't go get her. They shut the whole bridge. Said the guards are standing out there. You can't get across." She said, "I was just gonna go over there and get her and bring her over." Nope, can't bring her.
Bro, like legit, it's in the back of my mind that I'm thinking to maybe grab my brother or something and hop in a Durango and go out at night and just like capture like some of what's really happening, so that the rest of the country could know what's coming to them, because it's coming.
Yeah, that it is. And oh man, I said I was kind of broke with her, talking to her about it, and I was like, "You supposed to be getting ready to leave New York?" She said, "I already left New York." She said, "I'm out here in the Poconos," which for those who know the Poconos are, it's in Pennsylvania, one of the greatest places to go. We used to go there a lot for vacationing because it wasn't far from New York. It was a nice getaway.
2 hours drive.
Because that was the thing we did.
Yeah.
And okay, y'all, I know we're gonna get past that. Everybody's like, "Oh God, man." Okay, we're gonna get past that. Somebody sent me a message. We're gonna get past that. One of the things that stood out, like I said, everybody that knows me on here, I put out a whole comment thing on IG, and somebody messaged me, and man, they look up you more than I do. And come to find out, they're 16. He said he's been saving up money since he was 14 to buy a Hellcat.
Nice.
And he said he happened to be blessed with, his parents told him this. And this is one of the first things I wanted to grab. Parents told him, "You know what? We notice what you want. You're doing great in school. If you save up half, we'll pay the other half cash. So you have no
Hellcat? They're going to get him a Hellcat for his first car?
Actually, it's his second car. He got a hand-me-down. He got a hand-me-down little hatchback Honda. And he is so proud of it. He said, "Man, I worked 2 jobs."
Hey, look, that was my first car too, a Honda Accord. Honda Accord.
See, I ain't gonna tell my first car. My first car was a 78 Buick LeSabre that I bought myself when I was 14, because I had moved down south at the time, and the windows didn't go down. I brought it and it was 100 degrees, so we ain't gonna talk about that.
Well, there you go, man. There you go. Nah, man, I think that's awesome. But with great power, man, comes great responsibility. And I hope and pray that he's ready for that level of responsibility, because a Hellcat is no joke. It is no joke.
Not at all. Oh my God. And you know what? My thing is, I love all vehicles, but I had that as a rental. Happened to fly to Atlanta, go visit family in Atlanta and whatnot. And they were like, we out of cars, because it was a big event going on in Atlanta. I said, oh, they said, well, one car just came back and they brought me a Hellcat Challenger. I was like, yo. I was like,
hold on, he already got it?
No. This is for me when I rented a car. He had.
Okay.
And I fell in love with it. But back to the kid and whatnot, he was saying that, well, to the young man, I'm sorry, I'm correct, to the young man. He was basically like, I'm almost at that point where I can go ahead and get it. And we were actually about to get it. It's already purchased, but we can't leave where we are to go get it because of what's going on. He said, I'm in Florida and they shut down all of Florida. I can't even go.
All right, moving right along. We're going to keep this spirit up. We're going to keep it up. Come on,
yeah, he was sad about that, but he said, but I don't care. It's already bought. Paperwork's already done. Damn. Whenever this level off, I'll be able to go pick it up. He said, I do follow you. He said, salute, congratulations, what you're doing. He said, he definitely would be hitting you up to find out what extras to add to it.
Hit me up. I get a lot of messages on Instagram and just on YouTube, period, about people asking like what to do. The thing that I do the most, though, when I do see those messages, because a lot of times I don't see, it's so many, I don't see them all. But when I do see them, I try to just drop a link to a video, because more than likely, whatever you ask me, I've done a video on it. So, you know what I mean? Just search Mod2Fame Hellcat and then use a playlist and go through the playlist. Like, we set it up in playlists. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, I remember my first car, Honda Accord, Bordeaux Red, EXL. It was a hand-me-down from my brother. That was my first car. I think a lot of us started with Hondas. I mean, at least like my year. I was born. I was in high school, and I'm about to date myself. I was in high school, and I graduated high school in 2002. So I started driving in 2000.
Don't feel bad. When you started driving, that's when I graduated.
Okay. Well, I started driving in 2000, and that was my first car, which got stolen, like most Hondas do.
Yeah.
My Honda got stolen
from that time. Yep.
From in front of my grandparents' church. They knew I would be there every Sunday, so they waited one Sunday, and when I went in church, they took the car.
You know, it's so crazy. Those cars were getting stolen so much in New York.
Especially at that time.
Camry, Lexus, yeah. Because they all had the same mechanism. It was easy to just take and go. And oh my God, they was taking them. By the time you bought it stolen, it was already stripped, especially in New York. It was already 100%. Stripped. 100%. Parts gone.
Never saw the car again. I saw my wheels on another Honda Accord like a month later. And I chased the guy down. I chased him down. I'll be honest. I mean, I grew up, I told y'all my life story. I grew up a church boy. That being said, I grew up a church boy in the hood though. So I saw him and I chased him down. I pulled over in front of him, stopped him like the police do. I think he might have thought I was the boys because he actually stopped. And I ran up on him. I said, yo, where you get them wheels? I was like, where you get those wheels from? He was like, oh, no, I bought them. He had bought them stolen. So, I mean, what could I really do?
And nothing you could do. And the craziest thing is, I've had that happen to me where somebody rolled up on me and was like, where'd you get that from? I said, why, who's asking? He said, those are actually my wheels. I said, you BS. It was a set of BBSs. I had them on Audi. I said, man, you killing me. No. He told me where to look, got underneath, shined, and his engraving was on it just like he said it was. And I told him where I bought them from. I said, man, you get them back. No. He said, I'm just glad that somebody enjoying them. He said, insurance already paid me for them. You keep rolling. Said, okay. Okay, so I left it alone. So one of the other things somebody asked me this, they said, how did it feel to get your dream car?
I've acquired my dream car at different periods of time, because at different periods of time I had different dreams. But my first time like acquiring a really nice car, like really nice, was my 2001 C5 Corvette. I remember at that time, all my boys and stuff were older than me because those are the ones who could afford to buy cars.
Hey, that's me.
Huh?
That was my story. Everybody was older than me.
All my boys was older than me. So, but they was all buying Benzes and BMWs and cars like that, right? Because that's what you bought in Brooklyn if you wanted to, kind of show out. But I was like, yo, what could I get that would be different than everybody else, but that'll make the summer crazy? So at that time, I came across the C5 Corvette. And from then I fell in love. So I worked, I did everything I could. I was building my credit, getting it strong. And as soon as I got approved, I went and bought me a C5 Corvette. And let me tell you, once I did that, I changed a lot of the cars that was in the crew. Everybody got a chance to see what it was like to not drive a BMW or a Benz, but to drive a sports car that the top comes off. Like, it changed because nobody in Brooklyn was doing that. Everybody in Brooklyn was still, rocking.
Everybody all over New York. Really, everybody all over New York during that time was not doing that.
Right. They not doing that. They riding Lorenzers on their Benzes and, stuff like that. So what is this white? Like, I used to ride everywhere with the top off. It'd be cold outside. I still had a top off.
Had the top off.
So anyway, that was my first car that I was like, oh, this is dope. I realized a dream in that sense. The next car after that, I would say was dream wise, I would have to say the Panamera. The Panamera was a dream car for me.
Man, don't get me started on that car. It's somebody in here. Need to Speed Car Reviews has a nice Panamera. He was down in Dallas.
I saw him in Texas. I saw his car running in Texas.
And the craziest thing is, my wife was like, I want that car. I said, I had a chance to get, no, I want that one.
Yeah.
So I always pick at him about it. Like, she wants your car. She don't want no, she wants that one.
That was the most money I ever spent on a car or agreed to pay for every month on a car ever. And I remember seeing that car and remember thinking like, yo, one day I'm gonna get one of those. But I mean, we talking about that car brand new was $152,000.
Yeah.
So it was so unimaginable for me when those cars came out. So, but I mean, I stuck with it, and eventually I got mine certified pre-owned. Thank God Porsche's had a little nice depreciation hit, but I still spent a lot of money. My car was like $80,000. So for me, that was a lot of money. And it was a dream realized. And I went to Ohio to go pick up that car, and driving that car back with my boy Eugene, man, me and him was just looking at each other like, yo, this is crazy, man. Like, this is real. This is before YouTube, y'all. This is before YouTube, which New York and I were talking about a little bit. The fact that
we're gonna get into that after we finish talking about that.
Yeah, but it was an amazing feeling, man. Doing that, and every time I get in that car to this day, I'm like, yo, this shit is nice. This is really nice.
Because it is. I mean, it's a nice vehicle. I remember when they first dropped, wife was like, I want one.
Yo, Need to Speed. I went to John Dewey High School in Brooklyn, Coney Island.
Yep, I know the school.
Yeah, I went to John Dewey.
Had I still stayed in New York, I'd have been going to either August Martin or Jackson before Jackson turned into Academy. But I know it'd have been August Martin. Because somebody asked me the same question through private chat. Oh, I know who that is. That's my boy C. What up, C? I see you in the building. C, good friend of mine, know me from New York a long time. We know each other since I think we were like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. And he's like, man, I'm glad I left New York because what's going on? He said, but I ain't too far. I'm right outside of Philly. He said, it's just as crazy out here.
Yeah. So talk to me, man. What else you got for me, brother?
I'm going to keep going. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody question up here. But another person asked me this. They saw your role in the role event that you got posted up there, even though the date for May is canceled. They said
the date for April, yeah.
Excuse me, for April is canceled. They said, is the one for May still a go? Because they wanted to attend that event.
As of right now, we are very hopeful that the curve, once they flatten whatever. We are hopeful that it is still a goal for May. That's what we rescheduled for May. And I got a good feeling that it's going to be good because that's like upstate New York. That's not New York City.
Yeah. And I'm hoping so too. Shout out to I forgot his name. The comments just passed already. He was talking about his flight in May. I had the same flight. I'm gonna tell you right now, Delta went ahead and canceled my flight coming home to New York. They said nope, and send me my points back. Yeah. They canceled already. They didn't want to take no chances with anything, and they canceled that. I want to say about a week, last week actually, and I almost forgot about it. I said, I was supposed to go home for this and that. Oh well, I won't be able to make his retirement party now. But he was like, I ain't retiring. They still keep me working because of what's going on right now. One of the other things. Oh, hold up. Let me get this one because somebody asked me this on IG too. Ask if Sting Mode ever beat him. Somebody asked me that on IG.
Oh,
I will make sure.
What the hell do y'all watch the videos, man? Am I really supposed to answer that question? Am I really? What am I supposed to say to that question? Listen, man, Sting Mode, that's my guy, man. We got this rivalry going on, and the first time I ever met Sting Mode was the next day we raced, which was when he came to Mod2Fame Fest. Now going into Mod2Fame Fest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never really was into drag racing. I never drag race heavy. I was always on the streets. But with becoming a company, I gotta clean it up. I gotta clean up the look, the image. So we decided that we were gonna have Mod2Fame Fest. And when I say we, I mean me and the team, which Mod2Fame is a team of people, which we'll get into. But anyway, Sting Mode attended that event. He was one of the cars that were going to be racing. So the night before we talked about it, and he's like, I got a Mustang GT. And I'm like, okay, what that mean? I know what I do to Mustang GTs on the street, so that don't mean nothing to me. So ironically, we did go out that night. We went out street racing that night in Delaware. It was me, Will Motivation in the Lambo, Stunner Reese in the Hellcat, Sting Mode and the Mustang GT, and a bunch of other cars from the Delaware, Maryland area. We went out that night and we was racing till like 3 o'clock in the morning. That night I bust Sting Mode ass multiple times. This was on the street though, and this is from a roll. That's a Mustang GT. Nobody's surprised about that. So when we got to the drag strip now, mind you, the Hellcat is completely stock. Cheapo Kitty at this time is a completely stock manual transmission car with street tires. I wasn't on drag radios, nothing. Anyway, we launch, we leave. Yo, his car gets out on me crazy. I was like, holy shit. I didn't know that those cars was that quick out of the hole. And that's all that was. It was just out of the hole. He ran an 11.3 that day. It was his fastest pass ever. I ran it. Now with a stick shift Hellcat, Motor Trend, all of them say that those cars do 11.7 in a quarter mile. I did an 11.7. I did exactly what the car was supposed to do. Stop. I did it. So I was happy about my 11.7. I just forgot about the fact that he was a YouTuber and was going to put a video up of that shit.
He put it right up there.
He put it right up there. But it was okay. It's cool, man. It's cool because ironically, I put up the video of me busting his ass on the street. And he was like, yo, Steph, please, man, I can't have street racing because of my job. Can you take that down? I took the video down. So now I got a video of me busting his ass, clapping him multiple times. And now I gotta take that down. But it is what it is. It's cool, man. It is what it is.
Well, you know what? You put it out there in the atmosphere, and people on here listening, they know you beat it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, besides that, when we went down to North Carolina, we proved the point again. The red eye in a quarter mile, stock for stock, is faster than a GT500. Then we came back to ACO, and he stripped his car. And when he stripped his car, that weight reduction was enough to come around me. Now, the next time we go, I'm going to strip my car. And guess what's going to happen? The red eye is going to beat him again, strip for strip. Every time he does something, if I do the same thing, the red eye is going to win, just like it did the last time. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, Silverback. And I forgot the other guy's name. I'm not even looking at it. I'm looking at some other questions right now. Somebody did ask me this. They was like, you know what? We want to see your car against Demonology, but Demonology to give you the back tire.
Which car?
They want to see your Hellcat.
Which one?
Which one?
The red eye?
They didn't say which one.
Stock. The
They
red
didn't
eye
say
stopped.
which one, but they said, I want to see that race, but Demonology got to give you something for that race.
Listen, y'all saw me and Demonology run in Texas. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. I was right
there. You saw
there.
that run, right?
Yeah.
I drove the hell out of that red eye. I did a 10.5 with a 1.49 60 foot on 20-inch tires. So I drove the hell out of that car. I got the most that I was going to get out of that car. And Demonology ran a 9.1. I was like, yo, bully. Why you do that? This was going to look good on camera. You just how you make a 10.5 pass look bad? Damn.
He did it and just laughed about it the whole time. And so I got to give me another turkey leg. Shout out to my dude.
Demonology is my guy, man. He's the biggest bully ever.
Shout out to him. Somebody asked me, is Demonology going to be on your show? Yes, he's been on my show twice. The first time I did my show, he was my very first car guest. And he was on here the week of the YouTubers Call Out event. You can definitely go back and watch it. I have it on my playlist. It's sitting there for you to watch. Definitely. It's definitely on it. But somebody asked this question right here before I get any more of the IG questions. Steph, have you ever thought about doing a state-to-state rally to benefit a nonprofit organization?
Great question. It's something that has rolled around in my mind. It's just not something that, I've wrapped my mind around with the team. So it's not off the table, but it could be a possibility later down the line. Right now for this year, with the Roll Race Invitational and then other things that we're going to be doing, we're booked up for the year in terms of events.
Wow. Man, everybody's throwing out questions now. The same guy that asked the question before that, he said, old car, new car, which one you prefer?
So Hellcat or Red Eye is what he's asking. And that's a really tough question because if both cars were automatic, it would be an easier question to answer. But because the red Hellcat is a stick shift, it's two totally different driving experiences. They're the same car, but they are two totally different cars. And if I had to give up one, it would be the Red Eye.
Okay.
As crazy as that may sound. If I had to give up one, I would give up the Red Eye because I just love the all-around experience and control of driving a high horsepower stick shift car. I don't need to be the fastest at a drag strip. I'm not a drag racer. I just need to be able to bust your ass when we pull up next to each other or we on the highway and we start from a roll. That's what I love. I love roll racing. Drag racing is cool. I'm going to do a lot more of it with Killmonger, but I love roll racing.
Now, I will say that's the first time I got to see roll racing at a drag strip because I've been to events where they had like an area of a street blocked off and did it, or at a NASCAR track. I seen a NASCAR track, they did it. They had them come around and when they got to a certain point, go. But that was the first time I seen it done at a drag strip, and I actually liked it. I know some people didn't like. They was like, well, what are they doing? Why are they going to regular race? Yo, this is roll racing. You haven't seen roll racing before? This is how they do it. But on the drag seen it done, I thought it was pretty cool. Starting back to getting it done, I got a lot of that footage.
You see how fast they was able to run the cars? With drag racing, they got to line them up. They got to do the burnout. They got to wet the water box. Roll racing, it's like go.
Yeah, and
go. You can run cars a lot faster.
Yeah,
to me, it's a lot more entertaining.
Firefighters came and said, do you still have the
I still got the A4, 2019 B9 A4, 2.0T.
Hey, your brother said Mod2Fame versus everybody in 2020.
Mod2Fame versus everybody. Yo, I'm telling you right now, New York, listen to me and listen to me clearly. I've been posting, I don't know if you noticed in the last few videos, I've been posting straight dubs, straight wins. And I'm going to continue to post win after win after win after win after win, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop doing, you know what I used to do? If it was a car that I knew that I was going to beat, I'd be like, yo, I'm not racing you. Like, what's the point? That's the dumbest shit ever when you a YouTuber. When you a YouTuber, you got to beat the cars you know you go beat. You got to race them. I wouldn't give people a race that I knew that I would beat. And what I would do is I would race cars that I knew were on my level. So all of my races used to be like this. So if I win like this, it's close. If I lose like this, it's close. But then everybody is like, yo, you lose every. I'm like, how the fuck I lose every? My nigga, what are you watching? Excuse my language. I'm just like, yo, what are you watching?
Hey, I just posted up right here.
I'm like, yo, I just posted like 4 videos of me busting everybody's ass. I lose this one race and I lose every race. What are you talking? Anyway, this year, dub after dub after, and I got a car to beat everybody. If you got a quick car, I got the Panamera. If you got a semi-fast car, I got the Killmonger. If you got a fast car, I got Cheapo Kitty. So I'm gonna be straight giving people the donkey dick gap.
Also, Tanner, I know. Shout out my boy Tanner, my man Tanner Solid in the building. I got to see it in person, so I know. I know. First generation Panamera, that was one of the hottest ones I've seen. Besides the dude in Florida that had the 24s on it. Other than that was one of the baddest ones I've seen that you had. Hold up, let me get up Zay's question. I know I'm gonna get to you. I see your private question. I'm gonna get to it in a second. He said, "What do you think about the BM4? Was it tuned because it was kind of close in the video?"
I think he's talking about what I posted on Instagram today. And I told that kid his car is really, really fast. Here's the difference though. The BMW M4s, M5s, M6, M8, and you hear it in my voice, it's all the same shit to me. Anyway, those cars, I used to race my stock Hellcat against those cars when they were tuned, all of that stuff. And our races would be, some I would win, some I would lose, right? My car was stock. Then I modded my car, and all those cars went to shit. Now, when that race you saw today, my Hellcat is at the level that it was, would be considered probably stage 2, which is about 830 to 850 wheel horsepower, right? That BMW you saw me racing had every possible thing you could do to the car. Upgraded turbos, meth injection, E85, God's prayer, everything was in that car that you could possibly do to one of those cars. And he still lost to a Hellcat that's stage 2. Now, Cheapo Kitty is like stage 4R, whatever you want to call it, the highest level, ported blower, E85, all of now, watch what I do to those cars. It's going to be horrible. And I'm going to do it too. I'm not going to be like I used to be before. I'm not going to race you because I'm going to win. No, I'm going to decimate people.
And also, Fox Body Cab, he does still have the Audi. That's what he was just talking about a minute ago. But he said, if so, what's the plans with that car?
No plans. That car is for work. No plans with that car.
What up? I see.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yeah, it's the clean car to drive around. Roche said, if and when will you race Dunkmaster?
Dunkmaster ain't going to race me, man. Anyway, go ahead. He ain't going to race me, man. We was at the event, and I told him, I said, yo, don't talk crazy to me, man. Anyway, but cool. We had a really good time, man. We talked a lot of shit. We had a lot of fun. But in reality, Dunkmaster ain't racing me.
Well, and that was the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about. I wanted to get your perspective, being you was the MC. For those that didn't go to the event, Mod2Fame was the coordinator, I should say, getting everything going. He was the MC the whole event. From your perspective, what did you think about the event? Because I had a great time. I loved it for the first
time. Listen, I was so proud of Demonology with that event. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked that event as if it was my own because I was just so proud of what he brought together. Dude, the final count was 5,200 people. And out of that 5,200 people, it's very rare that you see an event put on by us, for us, and it be so big, so well organized, so well put together.
And no mess.
All in all, I was just super proud. I left there feeling hella proud. And I met so many cool people. The vibe was amazing. That event was everything. And we're going to continue to do more of those. So 100% loved it.
Yeah, and that was one of the things me and Demonologist talked about the following week. I waited till a week to hit him up because I know everybody else was hitting him up. And I said, man, you know, everybody loved everything about the event. The only negative feedback I heard was they ran out of food. That was it. And people had to leave to go get food. Other than that, everything was it. I said, for the first time, because I got there early because he had me helping out and whatnot. And he was wondering, is anybody going to show up? You think people going to show up? I said, it's going to get packed. When people started coming in, you know, he was just kind of wondering because it started slow. I said, you know how it is. People ain't going to come right away. All of a sudden, when I went and grabbed him before the race started, look at the line. Look at the line. I said, look at all the people in here, but still look at the line. The line's going out to the bypass. But it's still people coming in. Yeah. And it's still people trying to get parked. Still people trying to get over there. And he, you know how he was. He smiled from ear to ear. The whole time was smiling from ear to ear. But I told him, I said, you got to do it again. He said, I'm already working on it. He said, we're working on it. He wants to kind of move it from city to city. And I said, even if you leave it in Texas, it was fine. I said, even though it was cloudy that day and it got cool that day, because the day before it was 70-something degrees, then it dropped down. I said, to me, I think you still should start it in Texas, and if you want to move it around anywhere else, then you can. Right. But I think you should have your ground base here because it started here.
Right. 100.
Yes, definitely started there. Hold up. Somebody said something. Hold up. Let me get to the person on IG that sent me this question. They said with everything that's going on, they just kind of wanted to find out what events were you planning on going to throughout from now to the end of the year.
All events, all roads lead right now to Roll Race Invitational. That's where my head is, and I don't have headspace for anything else. When you organizing these big events like this, it requires a lot. So myself and the team, that's all we thinking about right now. If there are other events that we're invited to, we go, we show up. But as far as what we're doing, all roads lead to the Invitational.
Hey, that's what's up. Also, somebody else asked me, do you do any tire changes before you do any racing, any street racing, or you keep the same tires that you got on there now?
Always changing tires. If you own a Hellcat, you always going to be changing tires. You got your street tires, you got your semi-drag, you got your full drag. Usually have those 3 different types of tires. So in my garage right now, there's on 2 wheels, there's different types of tires. I'm always changing tires because there's no one. I learned the hard way, messing around with demonology and staying mode and drag racing in these guys, that you can't be on a drag strip, and these cars just don't hook up without the right tires, and that's why you see a lot of Hellcats losing a lot of racing. It's usually due to spinning. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and also there's one guy I know him personally. He said he wanted to see you and Racer X. Shout out to Racer X. Racer X has been on the show. He's on the show 2 weeks ago.
Racer X bullied me too at the event in Texas.
I know. I was there.
He posted the video. I was in Hellstorm SRTs.
Yeah, shout out to Hellstorm.
Red Eye, and completely stock. And Racer X pulls up with his 1,000 wheel horsepower Charger, damn near 1,000 wheel. And does a roll race, and I'm like, you and demonology.
I was like, this is mismatched like hell. I mean, he literally playing. I think he planned that. And when I had him on the show, I asked him that. I said, "Did you plan that?" He said, "Well, I saw him coming up." I said, "Yeah, you planned that."
Yeah.
He said, "I saw you coming up." And
he was like, "Me and you?" I'm like, "Not really, but whatever, I guess."
And I was between y'all when he said that, and I was just trying to film both. And yes, y'all, I did throw the footage out there, but I said, "Oh, he planned that one." I said, "He planned that one right there." I saw that coming.
But I would love. Listen, y'all. That's what this red Hellcat is going to be for. It's going to be for all of those fast guys. Trust me, we got something for them.
Somebody said, "What do you think of the A4 / the S5?"
I love my A4. It's a nice car. It's a really nice car for the money. And yeah, I like it. I mean, they're very nice. They don't excite me, but they're nice. You know what I mean? If you want a nice car that you could chill, drive, that everybody respect, cool.
Oh man, shout out to No Speed Limit Productions. He's actually gonna come to show y'all what he's done with his build. He's doing something crazy, twin turbocharged. He's gonna have this thing running out the racks, and he said running straight slicks.
Hey man, hey, this way you always ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Oh, and that same person that actually about the tire choice was like, I'm trying to find a right tire to kind of do some roll racing with. He said I've already changed from the factory tires. He said that's the first thing I did. I did that and did the delete.
What car?
He said he has a Hellcat. He said
okay,
the first
you got a Hellcat. To me, if you need an all-around, do-it-all tire that you could drive if it rains a little bit and still be okay, and still beat on it, is the Nitto 555R or the Toyo 888R. Those are the 2 tires that you could choose from that both do a very good all-around job. If you want to worry more about grip, you got either the Mickey Thompson ET Street, or you have the ET Street SS,
Okay.
Or you have the Nitto NT05R. If you are straight racing, all you doing is going to the drag strip and back. You got the Mickey Thompson ET Street R, and that's
exactly
much
what he put in the comment. He said, I actually have a set of those.
Right. So that's straight. That's basically straight slicks. Like, can you drive on the road? Yes, but those are basically straight slicks. If the ground is a little bit wet, you're dying.
Well, I guess that answers your question. He said, yeah, thank you. He said, that really determines on what I want to do next. He said, I literally just got another set of wheels just for the back to put a tire on. He said, and I want to put an all-around tire on it so I can just use these MTs, which is the Mickey Thompson, y'all. He just want to use those straight for racing.
Yeah, so for your all-around, I would suggest either the Nitto 555R or Toyo 888R.
Okay. And also, this one person in the message said, I had to get my dad to send it because New York, I see your thing is 18 and up only. They wouldn't let me log into it. Yes, it is 18 and up. He said, so my dad had to send this question for me. But my question is this. Where can I find the Mod2Fame merch?
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that. Mod2Fame.com. That is MOD2FAME.com. Mod2Fame.com. We got all the merch from the hats to the shirts to the decals we're out of right now. We're restocking. But yeah, everything is there, man. I appreciate that.
Okay, he said definitely gonna check it out. He said, I'm telling my dad that's what I want for my birthday. He said, my birthday. Hey, your birthday the same day as mine.
Okay.
Hey, shout out. What's your name, Christian? Shout out to Christian. His birthday is Monday. My birthday is Monday too. Shout out to you.
Happy birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to y'all.
And somebody asked, okay, I'm answering this real quick. Yes, on my birthday, I was going to leave a special on. Yes, on my birthday, I'm going live. I'm doing a live birthday party on here. I'm celebrating with everybody. Yes, Mod2Fame, you are invited to come through.
I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up.
I will send you the link, pull up for a minute, but everybody's coming through. What I've been told from people that I know, you never know who may show up. Somebody, I don't want to even say it yet, but a couple famous people, because Seal watches my channel. Believe it or not, Singer Seal, y'all, he is a car person. He loves foreign cars and he loves Hellcats, believe it or not. Wow. I would have never known he liked Hellcats. I know he liked foreign cars from back in my day doing security, but I didn't know he liked Hellcats. And and my boy turned him on to watching the channel because he does personal security for him, and he watches the replays. Because if he was on here now, he would have sent me a private message, but he watches the replays.
Nice.
And he said, man, I love what you're doing. Love what you're bringing to the game. He said, I don't see too many podcasts like that. And you're bringing on people who I don't even know, haven't seen. Some I have, some I haven't. And I'm getting to know them, and I'm subscribing to them even though they don't know it.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So what's up, New York? What you got for me, man? You know what I mean? We talked about some things before we got on.
Well, one thing I did want to talk about.
Give me the hard stuff, man. This is light. This is Cool Whip.
Well, everybody's giving me all the Cool Whip stuff. I want to make sure everybody questions.
Okay, but this is your podcast. This is your podcast.
It is my podcast.
Let's go, New York.
This is my podcast. Okay, I got the hard question.
Let's go.
On the pop-up meet when I was there, I don't know who the guy was, but he was giving you a lot of help because he wanted street race. I don't even know what kind of car that was he had because it had so many mods on it. But that was one of the questions I know I wanted to bring to the forefront, which was basically this. It was a car that it basically like something off Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. I don't know what it was. It had a wide body something, and it was dark too, so I couldn't tell what it was, and I couldn't get close to it because there was a big crowd around it. But he wanted to race you so bad. And I don't know if the race happened. I waited around because he said he was finally ready to go. I didn't get to see it, but it was. I don't know if it was an Acura, a Nissan, NXX. I don't know what it was, but it was something crazy and something spitting fire out the back. That's all I remember.
So it probably didn't happen because that night was just absolutely. It was like 300 to 350 cars, and every car had about 2 people. So it was like 600-700 people out there. So literally, I couldn't move. So I definitely couldn't set up no races. That's for damn sure. So I know I didn't race. Another thing is, I know y'all see me doing videos in Mexico, but I don't set up Mexico runs. And the reason why I don't set up Mexico runs is because I would be the easiest person to spot. The cops would be like, if shit went down and everybody gets investigated, they're gonna be like, well, Mod2Fame was there. I'll be like the first one. So I don't set up Mexico runs. I visit Mexico, but I don't set them up. So, yeah.
Okay, and now you want me to bring the hard questions. I'm gonna bring the hard questions.
Let's go.
What made you get the Hellcat, and what was the first mod you started doing to it as soon as you got it?
What made me get the Hellcat was that's a good question. That's a really good question.
I told you I'm gonna save my questions for the end.
I hadn't looked at the Hellcat as an option before. My brother Derek, who's in here, had a Challenger RT Classic, and his was a 6-speed. And I remember the feeling of driving that car like through the city, and having a lot of fun. And I don't know what it was, but chicks loved that. His car was purple. It was plum crazy.
Oh.
And it was lowered, and it had some crazy 21-inch wheels on it. That car was sick. Anyway, I just remember like taking that car and how big and comfortable it was, and the fact that it could fit like 4 girls. So it was a different time. It was a different period for me. I was a little out there, but
and we all been there.
Yeah. But I just remember that car was really cool to be in. Of course, as an RT, it just wasn't that fast, right? So I was like, you know what? If the Hellcat has that same look, but it's a lot faster, maybe that'll be cool. So I spent some time around them. I drove a couple of them, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Then I found that they had dipped into the 40s, like high 40s. And I was like, yo, that's a lot of car for under $50,000. And I challenged myself. I said, yo, what if I could find the cheapest one in the country? So at that time, we talking about 3 years ago, I found Cheapo Kitty, which needed a little bit of love. The bumper was like sagging in the middle. I had to do a few things to clean it up. But overall, it was a great car. And I went all the way to Louisiana to go pick up that car, and I ended up getting that car for $44,500. $44,500.
3 years ago, that was cheap for 3 years ago.
That's my point, my guy. Because I could sell that car back right now for 42, 43, like right now. So I always liked the idea of being able to have cars that you buy low and able to sell. You could drive them for free, basically.
Okay.
First mod that I would do to the Hellcat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still a New York boy at heart that love the car to look good. So the first thing I'm doing is dropping it, because those cars are way too high in the air, and they don't have enough of that retro muscle look when they high up. So the first thing I do is drop them. That's why Killmonger's lower.
Well, what do you think about everybody that's been doing the airbags? I know Florida, Texas, that's kind of the thing that they started doing, was the drop airbags.
Bags are dope. Bags are cool. Which, however you want to lower your car, as long as you lower it.
Okay. And one of my things is being you went ahead and lowered it. What all suspension upgrades have you done to it?
So in Cheapo, it has all the same springs as Killmonger. Both cars have iBox, but Cheapo has the B Woody tie rod ends, because I know you've seen me track that car before. It has I changed out the whole brake fluid system and stuff like that, changed some of the lines because I was tracking that car a little bit, so it needed to do that. But suspension wise, it's just the end links and the springs. That's it.
Okay. How do you feel about everybody? I've seen a few people now, especially posting YouTube videos, they upgrade the brake system. I thought the brake system was already pretty decent on it already, but I've seen that Brembro has come out with an upgraded kit, and it's 2 other companies I have. And I didn't know.
I'm not very familiar with, but I can tell you that these cars, because of the weight, they experience brake fade very early on track sessions. So whereas a track session is usually 12 to 15 minutes, by minute 9, you pretty much got to come off the track. Not 9 or 10. You can't usually do the full session.
Wow. That was another thing I was going to ask. How did it feel doing your first track experience with it?
So at first it was very intimidating, because you hear all the stories about how bad Hellcats are and how they can't handle and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna crash. But then when I got out there, and I learned that because it's a heavy car, you got to put it into the corner, get it set. And then once it's set, that car will ride that corner and pull them G-forces. and pull you out of there. So the key is with Hellcats on the track is go slow into the turn, come out of the turn fast.
Come out of the apex rolling.
Right.
Okay.
Whereas lightweight cars, you could brake very late and then keep your momentum. With heavier cars, you gotta slow it down and then pick up all back your speed with power.
Okay. Also, Ben, you've been out there a little bit longer than I have, especially with more experience of those vehicles.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the ladies coming to the game? I have a few ladies that come on now, and some that actually hit me up. Somebody actually hit me up yesterday, said, "How come you didn't hit me up? I have a Hellcat." I said, "I didn't know that." She said, "Yeah, I got a Hellcat."
I've recently become a fan of a few lady channels that have come across my way, and in no particular order of importance, but I have really been enjoying the content from Woman Driven. She makes great content.
Yes, she does.
She's a car girl, and
Yes.
she's really into it. I'm liking Amelia Hartford. Her stuff has been very entertaining lately. And when she makes videos, SRT Bree, her stuff has been entertaining as well. So I really appreciate the diversity because it gives me something different to watch. I'm a YouTube viewer before anything. So
like me, I don't even watch TV. I watch more YouTube than anything else. If I'm not editing stuff when I'm watching, and shout out to all the women you named, including SRT Bree. Yes, SRT Bree will be on here in July. She's in Dubai right now, handling some business. But when she come back, she already said, I'm getting right on. But she wants to tell her story.
Yep, I met her in Texas, and since then, I saw a couple of her videos. I didn't know who she was until Demonology called her out for the call out, and I saw like one or two then, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But watching like her, because I was at the event, watching her playback of all of that, the storyline and how she built it and all that kind of stuff. That's one thing I really appreciate. A good storyline for a video, not just like, haphazard, but I love seeing that arc of a storyline that she did, and I appreciate that.
And for those that don't know, go to her channel and watch it because I love that too. She put in a few days before, this is what I'm doing to get built to this event. I'm going. I love that she put that together because a lot of people don't know the behind the scenes of what you're doing. Absolutely. Like I did a few lives on IG, and I did two lives that I threw on YouTube of me just trying to come to the event. And people didn't. And sometimes people want to see the behind the scenes. They don't always want to see, oh, you there. They love the build up, and you putting that build up out there. And for those folks who never been to the show, it gives them something great to look at. And for me, I loved every bit of it.
Yeah, man. So that's what I actually challenged myself more this year. We've had a couple changes in the channel. The content is looking a little bit different. The things that I'm doing is a little bit different. I'm making it more about myself rather than just the cars, because I realize how important it is for people to have that story behind it. So I'm working on that myself.
Yeah, like somebody actually messaged me. This is my last question of the night. They messaged me. They said, man, we would love to see Mod2Fame's story of how he came. He said, that's why I'm here. I'm learning about it now instead of just.
You ain't ask those questions though, fam. You had me here for an hour, fam. You wanted to talk cars. You could have talked anything else. You wanted to talk
that's
cars.
Because I want to know the cars part. And this ain't going to be your last time here because you're always about to come back through. So it always gives something to talk about. But so many people want to know about the cars. Right. I said, okay, let me just dive into the cars. Let me just dive into that. But we are going to get into more personal stuff the next time you come through and whatnot.
Fair enough.
But I definitely want to thank you, Mod2Fame, for coming through. I know my hour's about up, y'all. I want to thank everybody for rocking with me. Also, thank your brother for coming through because I'm definitely going to.
Yes, sir. I said Mod2Fame is a team, man, and my brother is definitely number one on the team, man. Besides that, we got the editors. Special shout out to the editing team, Red 5 crew. They're big help. Special thanks to the people that have helped get Mod2Fame this far, including Eugene. Just the whole team, man. I'm really appreciative for having what's around us because the things that you guys don't see behind the scenes, it's a lot that goes on into making these videos because it's not the only thing that I do. I have a life, I have a job, I have a family. So trying to manage all those different things, but still be consistent with content, it gets extremely difficult. So it will be impossible without a team.
Exactly. And that's one of my kind of things. That much respect, New York, great energy. Man, appreciate it. See, Derek liked it. And I know we didn't get into all the personal stuff, y'all, but so many people want to know, like I said, about the car, the cars, the cars, the cars, the cars. So I want to get the people what they wanted. But the next time he come on, I swear we're gonna get into more depth of him, what he does. We're gonna get into family life, we're gonna get into this, the balance, because somebody just asked me, how do you balance all that?
Fam, let me tell you, brother, it's not easy. It is not easy. But the way that I balance things is I prioritize things. And priority number one and always is going to be family comes first before everything. Because I'm so thankful for the household that I have. I'm so thankful for the woman that I have in my life that allows me to run the streets crazy. Like, y'all see me traveling, y'all see me here, y'all see me there. That's not like a lot of women would not understand the fact that you want to run around, play with cars all day, and hold a camera to do it. Meanwhile, Mod2Fame literally, in the last year and a half, finally started to generate revenue. So for all this other time, it's just money going out. There's nothing coming in. Yeah. So now it just look like you spending money, you playing, but it takes a special type of person that could understand that to back you behind it. And I've been fortunate enough in my life that not only do I have that in a partner, I also have that in my family. They, like my brother is here with me. You know what I mean? How many people can you really trust more than a brother? You know what I'm saying? And friends that have been with me through the whole process, through the life's ups and downs. This is a whole conversation. There's a whole.
And that's why I said you're gonna be back, y'all. He's gonna be back to talk about that conversation. And I know what it's like to try to balance everything. But people ask me all the time, like, man, how do you do this and do that and do this?
Yeah.
Same thing. I make a list. Priority, family first.
Priority, man. Priority.
And then I know what it's like going out there. They see money going out, like, okay, money going out. Okay, what's the return? And then, to look at that vision, like, no, you need to look at my vision. This is what I'm doing. Watch what's going to happen.
That's the look you get. You get the.
Yes, that same look. Yes, that look. You doing it on point. You doing it on point. That same look. Look at you just like that. Like,
and I'm gonna tell y'all, no matter whatever level you at, whether you making $15 an hour or whether you making $150,000 a year, the shit is the same. Like, the saying is more money, more problems. That's not the case. What it is the more money, the more responsibilities, the more just that is on you. And that's just what it is. So, trust me, like, if you could get a partner that could rock with you through all of that and help you to build with you while you going through all of that, man, key. That's key.
Definitely key. Well, Mod2Fame, like I said, I appreciate you rolling through. We're going to get more into the family stuff afterwards. Because somebody said, I didn't know he want to talk about that. Mod2Fame, he would talk about just about everything on here.
Bro, I'm just not an open book on my channel because my channel is not about that. My channel is about cause. But besides that, I'm an open book. If it's gonna help somebody and somebody is in a similar situation, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, and actually one of the people that hit me on the private message said, I'm in that same similar situation. He said my wife was looking at me crazy because I done bought this car. I'm out here doing the footage. But now I'm monetized. She's starting to see money come. She said, okay, when the big return going to come? She wants to know when the big return is going to come. He said, how do you explain to your wife about
it? Take a long time, man. I made a whole video recently about how much money we made last year. And I put that shit out publicly. Like, it takes a long time unless you have overnight success, which we've seen in our community. We've seen it in Tall Guy Car Reviews. We've seen it in Homie and the Hellcat. We've seen it in, other people. And so it does happen, but that's like the person who get drafted to the NBA. This, what you see Mod2Fame doing is the real, like, just day-to-day grind and a slow, steady growth. So, it take a long time, man.
But I know one thing I do want to say, shout out to you. I've seen you from the start of going since that time. I said, oh, he's on YouTube now. Okay, okay. And I had my other channel I was subscribed to. And then when I started this one, I had to go through and subscribe and whatnot. And when I did, I was like, okay, I'm watching. And then next thing I know, the day when you subscribed to me, that was like a birthday present for me.
Hey!
I was like, oh, he's subscribed to me now. Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, that was like that. It's just like how Jonah Lucas talks about looking at the Will Smith. It was like the same thing. I look up to you like that, even though I may be a couple of years older than you. To me, it didn't matter. I saw the motivation. I saw the drive. I saw what you were doing.
Right.
And to me, I gravitated toward that. Like, yo, I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing.
I get inspiration from the young boys all the time, man. You know, the old, it's like the rap game where the old heads, they want to talk shit about the young boys, but they the ones that's doing it. So in YouTube, the young boys is the one that's out here moving. So there are certain bits and pieces that I can learn from and take from the younger generation that's going to help me. So I'm not one of those. Yeah,
one of the people I did say that to, and that was Josh Laron. I pulled him to the side and told him, I love what you're doing. I said, you're a young
good kid. He's a good kid. You know, it's sometimes I'm very big on vibes. I pick up on people's energy very quickly. It's something that when you're growing up in New York, you learn to do. It's like it's a defense mechanism, is what it is. But what it does is it really helps you, like, to guide to who you should be dealing with and who you shouldn't. So in meeting that kid, I could tell that he comes from a very good home, that whoever raised that kid instilled some good things in him. And, you know, the stuff that, you know, some of the stuff you see in videos, you know, he's putting on a little bit, but you could tell by nature, he's a good kid, man. I like that kid. He's a good kid.
He is. And then to celebrate his birthday, I said, man, I remember when I turned that age, and what was it, 18, 19, I said, I had a good birthday, but nothing like this.
You wasn't at no racetrack with your $40,000 car, was you?
No, and not with everybody showing love. And I told Demonology, I said, you should have said something. We could have got him a cake or something.
Nah, man. I think he got exactly what it was that, you know, that he could get, which is just genuine love from thousands of people singing happy birthday to him, man. I thought that was very, very nice.
It was, and he said, I love that to death. He said, I wouldn't have had it no other way. He said, I was out here, people showing love, having a good time. He said, learning some knowledge. Yeah. He said, because even I don't know everything. I said, man, you remind me of me when I was that age. I said, you're going to do great things. Right. And yes, y'all, he is coming to the podcast. I'm working it with his schedule. He will be on here sometime coming up soon. I'll let y'all know when. But like I said, Mod2Fame, appreciate you coming through. The door is always open. You are family, not just because you're from New York, because you've been on the podcast. You come anytime. Y'all go check out his channel if y'all haven't. Go check out his merch, because I'm definitely going to go buy some merch, because I need some Mod2Fame merch. So I can go ahead and rock it, especially on the show, because y'all know it. I don't just rock my merch. I rock anybody who I'm supporting. I rock their merch on the show.
I appreciate that. Thank you, New York.
And yes, he will be back. And also somebody asked, well, next time, New York, when you have him back on it, can you bring his brother too?
Yo, that would be funny, bro. Y'all, you know how, like, y'all see me as this big YouTuber and all that? Your family members, they will check you real quick. They'd be like, who, this nigga? That's Stephen. That's Stephen. Stop.
And that's why I'm glad my brother, because he's 10 years older than me, was in the private chat, and he said, I'm watching, but I'm at work. Because he'd been doing the same thing. He'd been like, now, now, come on. He'd been doing the
same my brother used to be sunning me when we was young. I couldn't wait to get big enough. He don't sun me no more, though. You know what I'm saying? Big now. Big now.
All right, brother, you still hear that? So next time I have you on here, yes, brother, they're asking you, a handful of them asking in the private chat that you need to be on here. You need to be on here. They want to see the face with it. They want to hear what you got to say.
All right, sound good, man.
All right. Well, until then, Steph, you take it easy out there, man. Please be safe out there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir.
For those that missed the beginning of the show, you got to go back and watch. We talked about what was going on out there, because he has been showing a lot of things on the ground going on. That was on the news, on the ground. And for me knowing what I know and talking about earlier and seeing how dead the streets was, man, it just kind of just broke me up. And I was like, they pulling people out of retirement to go back to work. Nobody's on the streets. And New York is like ground zero again. It's crazy.
Unprecedented. But on a good note, I think that this is really good. I really want to thank you for having me on, man.
I appreciate
it. I think it gives people a little bit of more of a look into me a little bit. Sometimes I get mixed reviews after I meet people. Some people are like, yo, you cool as shit. Then some people be like, you an asshole. I don't know where it comes from. But that being said, you know, this is me.
Man, yeah. And yes, there he is. The old brother right there. He said, I'll be on the next 100%. Okay. Appreciate. Well, hey, I was glad you welcome to come on through. I want you to come through. But until then, y'all, I'm gonna let Mod2Fame go because I know he's busy. Till then, salute, brother. Be
Salute.
safe out there. And
Yes,
y'all definitely check him out, check out his merch and whatnot. And until then, I see you the next go round.
Yes, sir.
Man, y'all, I appreciate Mod2Fame coming through. I know. I want to ask more personal questions, but so many people ask stuff about the cars. Y'all know how I am. I like to make sure I get all the car questions answered, all my car questions answered. And y'all know I try not to go beyond an hour, but hey, I had to. Shout out to Mod2Fame and shout out to his brother Derek. In fact, I'm gonna put his message back up here. Shout out to him too for coming through and whatnot and showing love. And y'all, the channel is growing and growing. Yes, I do have a couple announcements, not a lot, but a couple that I will get into. The channel is growing. For those that don't know, let me go ahead and hit that special announcement button. Those that don't know, I broke over 500 yesterday. Shout out to y'all for helping me do that. I broke over 500. We chasing now to get to that 1,000. Like, we're going to get there. I'm going to keep bringing y'all the content because everybody's loving everything that's going on with it. So I'm going to keep bringing it. I know I kind of missed a few people that came in because we were in discussion talking, but shout out to those that came through earlier. I know I saw D Brooks was one of them that came through earlier. T Rose, I know you was driving, but you got a chance to cash it and whatnot. Also, shout out No Limit Speed Production. And a handful of new folks came through. And I'm just going to put them up here on the screen because I know my mouth's going to run 100 miles an hour trying to catch everybody that came through, but I'm going to put them up here to get their shine. I thank y'all for coming through. I completely thank y'all for coming through and hanging with your boy and whatnot. And like I said, it will not be the last time he's on. It was more questions I wanted to ask him, but like I said, I want to get y'all car questions answered first. Also, special announcements. Like we talked about earlier, y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all see what's going on. It's a lot of people, dealing with this right now, especially in New York. And being that's my home, that's my birthplace, where I'm from. It's like, it's crazy to see my whole home going down like that and whatnot. It's like wherever y'all from out there in the world and whatnot. I know there's a few people that's from New York that's in here watching and whatnot, but to be from an area that you love so much and you see what's going on, it's like, dang, we survived 9/11, which was real big. Dang, we survived, the Hurricane Sandy. We survived all kind of other stuff. We survived the blackout. For those that know the blackout happened, yes, that blackout happened. It happened more than once in New York. We strong. We strong people, and all we do is keep praying and hope everything gets better from there. Period. And like I said, when Mom called me and said, yeah, I had to come out of retirement, I was like, wow, she's supposed to be living her life in retirement, chilling, having a good time, but she had to come out of retirement because they called her to come out of retirement. So shout out to her, and I know she's staying well up there and keeping covered and whatnot. And shout out to everybody that's out there that having to work in all of this and having to go day-to-day activities. I'm not talking about everybody just going out there driving this joyride. I'm talking about the people that got to go to work, they got to grind, the medical folks, the fire department, the good police officers out there. Yes, the good police officers out there still serving and whatnot. Our military folks that's out there. Shout out to y'all for going out there and doing what y'all doing every day. Because sometimes they will want to be home and they can't be. So, you know how it is. And yes, Catfish, I am trying to stay safe out here. I don't go out unless I have to because I'm doing everything from home. Majority of the time, if anywhere I go, like I went to go get gas one day and wasn't nobody out there, but I made sure I was protected, had my hand sanitizer, and then also to cut my grass yesterday. And out here, and that's it. I ain't really been nowhere since I left Dallas. I've been right here. And when I did go out, I was like, wow, it's ghost town out here. I went and did what I had to do, made my 2 stops, came right on back, and, making sure I'm good. And also, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Man, let me go ahead and throw them comments up there. Yes, I appreciate you tuning in for speed. I sure do. You give me that call when you're done with it, though. Also, appreciate Text Boy coming through the building. Yes, definitely a big milestone for me. But some, they might be like, oh, just a little milestone. No. For me, that's big. It's real, real big. So I thank y'all for helping me get to that. Period. And yes, congratulations. I thank y'all. Yes. And also in my other announcements, let's put my announcement banner back up. Go ahead and back up announcement banner. Also, I want to also say this. Everybody's invited to my birthday party. I'm doing a live stream birthday party right here on my podcast on Monday, starting at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which that means that's 5 p.m. Pacific Time, which is West Coast time. I will be out here. I'm gonna have a good time. There's some folks coming through. I don't know who all coming through, but y'all don't want to miss it. And yes, if it does get too crazy, I'll leave the stream off. If it does, I'm gonna have to take it off or private it or something. But y'all don't want to miss it. Like I said, everybody's invited to come through and have a great time. We're gonna do it like that. Also, I don't want to forget this. Thank you. Frontline, gotta keep the electric flowing. Yes, text boy. I know you're on that front line. Gotta keep the electric flowing. You be safe out there, bro. Be safe out there. Also, shout out to Outcast. I see you come up in the building. He said, "What's good, everybody?" Also, I also want to say this before I leave. I haven't heard anything else about Cum Laude and what's going on with him. I do know he is recovering. Safe recovery, bro. You know, my head praying for you and whatnot. I'm trying to stay in contact with the person I know that's staying in contact with you and that's close to you, whatnot. As soon as you're able, you know, pick up the phone and talk, I definitely will call you and chop it up with you, you know, but I'm keeping you uplifted in spirit and whatnot, that everything's going well and that the healing process is going well. Also, a special announcement, y'all. I know people want to know who all coming on. Tomorrow, I will not be on live. Tomorrow, I'll try to keep Monday, Thursday special times. You know, I'll be on maybe the weekend. But if anything, I might do something on IG if I'm out in the garage or doing something and whatnot. But I will not be on again until Monday, my birthday. And like I said, all y'all invited. The other special announcement I want to announce is love y'all to death. That's it. And I want y'all to be safe out there, be kind to one another. Also, reach out to people you haven't reached out to for a while. I always said it all the time because life is short, especially what's going on. People are leaving here. They are leaving here in high numbers. And it's scary as it you know, it is out here. We got to stay close knit. If you have a beef with somebody and y'all real cool before that, reach out to them and try to squash that beef because it's not worth it. Life is short out here, y'all. And to then, y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming out here rocking with me and whatnot. And I know time, I know it's about almost that time to go. I want to thank y'all for rocking me and whatnot. And also, before I forget, somebody asked me to shout them out. You know, it's their birthday today. Shout out to Miss Kalisa. It's your birthday. She said, I turned 18 today. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through and whatnot. She said, I was watching and driving, but it's my birthday. Shout out to you. Happy birthday. And to then, y'all, I will see y'all. And I will see y'all the next time I'm on. And y'all be safe out there. I want to see y'all back here on Monday. Till then, y'all be safe out there. Peace.